Okay, so if you're managing a place with, say, a ton of screens, think a sports bar, maybe a big corporate lobby, the real headache isn't always the install. It's managing everything, right? All those sources, all those TVs from one spot.
Exactly. That central control is key.
So today we're doing a deep dive into the WolfPack PoE HDMI over IP matrix systems. Our mission really is to understand how this platform tackles that complexity, especially for setups, pushing up to maybe 30 TVs.
And for you, the person actually using this stuff in a commercial setting, it hits three main points right off the bat. First, it's AV over IP, which gives you that scalability.
Right.
Second, it uses power over Ethernet PoE. That means just one cable for power and data. Huge simplification for install.
Oh yeah, definitely less clutter.
And third, it offers this really slick, centralized video preview system. You can see what's playing where, all from a tablet.
Okay, let's unpack that core tech a bit. They talk about any-in-to-any out routing, but if you're running this over a standard 1 gig network switch, aren't you going to hit bandwidth issues? Sending like 30 different 1080p streams? How does that work?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
The answer lies in efficient compression. They use H.264 or critically H.265.
Ah, H.265, okay.
Right, H.265 lets you push really good 1080p video quality using way less bandwidth than, uncompressed video. That efficiency is exactly how they make standard 1 gig infrastructure work for this.
Makes sense. And speed, latency. If everyone's watching the big game, you can't have screens lagging.
Absolutely critical. And what's interesting here is the metric they quote. Just 80 milliseconds for both switching and latency.
80 milliseconds, that's pretty quick.
It's very quick. In a sports bar, for instance, that low number means basically zero noticeable lag between screens. Everyone sees the play at the same instant. And they maintain that even when you push the signal out, 450 feet over standard CT6 cable.
450 feet, wow. Okay, so the hardware sounds solid, fast, efficient. But like we said, for the manager dealing with 30 screens, the control is often the real sticking point. How does WolfPack make that easier?
Right. This is where their control ecosystem really shines, I think. It's called the WolfPad Tablet TV Control Systems. Basically, WiFi apps for your iPad or Android tablet.
So a tablet interface.
Yeah, exactly. It turns what could be a really complex matrix switch into something intuitive. Think drag and drop.
That's huge.
Yeah.
The sources mention you can use this one app to switch sources like DirecTV, DISH, cable boxes, even Roku.
Yep, all of those.
And send them to any TV or any group of TVs pretty much instantly.
Instantly. But it's more than just switching channels. It's sort of like total facility management from the tablet. You can turn all the TVs on or off with one tap.
Oh, nice.
Control audio in different zones. And here's a really neat feature. The app can actually show you your venue's floor plan. Yeah, and it shows live TV listings right there next to the video preview for each source. It gives the manager a complete picture of what's happening where.
I can see how having that floor plan visual would be amazing for quick changes or troubleshooting.
Yeah.
Okay, what about video walls? How flexible is that side of things?
Very flexible. Because it's AV over IP, setting up video walls is also drag and drop, any size, any number of walls, really. And they have options for, rotating the image 90, 180, 270 degrees. Great for creative digital signage stuff.
Right, for unique displays. And you mentioned PoE earlier. Having every device, transmitter, and receiver powered over the network cable, that saves a ton of hassle with power outlets in tricky spots.
It really does. For large commercial installs, it's a massive plus. And thinking bigger picture for businesses, this system supports live streaming too.
Without extra fees.
And that a monthly license fee, which is a big operational saving over time. Plus, the whole system is modular and rack mountable. Need more inputs or outputs later? Just add more units. It scales.
So it really scales from maybe just a couple of screens up to these large 30 TV setups we've been talking about. When someone looks to buy, say, through HDTV Supply, they can kind of configure it.
Exactly. They have this build-your-own option starting around $150 for basic components, which is really just the entry point.
Okay.
But then you see fully configured systems like a 16-input, 30-output matrix coming in around $7,700 or so. It shows the range.
Got it. So it spans from simple setups to pretty complex enterprise solutions.
Precisely. The goal is that your AV system can grow with your needs. It's about robust, central control and scalability. Using network tech people are already familiar with, it really simplifies managing these complex environments.
So here's a final thought then. If the system is smart enough to show a live floor plan, TV listings, and video previews all on one tablet, what does that unlock next? Could you see truly automated control, maybe displays changing based on time of day, or even where people are walking in the venue? That seems like the next level of intelligent environment control.
That's a fascinating question. Context-aware automation based on real-time data. Yeah, the potential is definitely there. Something to think about.